My name is Julia, and I was asked to speak to you about resilience. I am a grade 9 student, and I live in Niagara-on-the-Lake. As many of you probably know, I'm blind. I have been blind since birth, giving me lots of experience practicing resilience. There have been many times in my life where I have been very frustrated because I wasn't able to do certain things that my sighted friends or family were doing. As I've gotten older, these things become more and more frustrating. When you're a young kid, it is natural to need help with things, but as time goes on, you learn and want to do things independently. This is definitely something I've struggled with. Over the years, I've come to understand and accept that God chose for me to be blind for a reason, and that it is simply a waste of time to feel sorry for myself or get too discouraged. I need to work hard to overcome obstacles. For example, the start of this school year. My ultimate goal is to travel through our entire school independently. Obviously, I can't make this happen overnight. It may have taken other grade 9ers time to learn the layout of the school, but it takes me a lot longer because I have no vision. Instead of getting totally frustrated, I decided to break it down into small goals. My first goal was to be able to get out of my car when my mom dropped me off and get to my locker. I'm sure you all understand where I'm coming from, because who wants their mom walking me to school? Like, come on. My mom offered to help me many times, but I refused to let her because I was determined to figure it out on my own. However, I did ask that someone meet me by my mom's car for the first 2 weeks, simply to walk beside me to make sure I was on the right track. After 2 weeks, I felt pretty confident in doing it completely on my own. The first time I went on my own, it was amazing because I did it independently just like anyone else would. If you haven't figured it out already, I like to do everything as much like everyone else as possible. I don't like to stand out because besides my blindness, I am like any of you. I have many of the same interests. The benefit of being resilient is the satisfaction that you feel when you overcome an obstacle. Now I am able to travel to my classes independently, and I don't bump into too many things or people. Sorry in advance if you happen to be one of those people in the future. I'm trying my very best. Have you tried walking around with your eyes closed? As a side note, don't be afraid to come over and say hi to me, but look out for my cane. I've tripped a few people in my day. I find that an important thing in life is to have a sense of humor about yourself and your limitations. We all have them, even if some stand out more than others. Finding humor in a tough situation helps you to realize how some things aren't as bad as you or others might make them out to be. There have been many times where I have thought of myself as worse off than everyone else or believed something negative about myself. One of the examples that stands out for me was a couple years ago. There were several months where I was being badly bullied by another girl. She not only made fun of me, but made my life miserable and threatened to hurt me. In situations like this one, it is easy to believe the negative things that people say about you. I was able to put it behind me and realize that it wasn't my issue and that some people just hurt others to make them feel better about themselves. As I continue practicing resilience, the easier it'll become to bounce back from tough situations. We all know life isn't easy as a teenager, so we can only try our best to not get too discouraged and to make the best of every situation that God brings into our lives. Let's be a school that encourages each other to make lemonade out of lemons.